Oh, no,
it's the
it doesn't
perfect
matter.
movie because not only
Just
is
have
it
to trade
against
that shit
left-wing
off
ideals,
and be
it's
up a-
also
Why is it against
about
left-wing
pedophilia.
ideals?
I don't know. The left doesn't want this movie to see. Oh, because Jim Caviezel is a polarizing guy, and I think the director has espoused QAnon beliefs.
I think the criticism of the movie could come from the fact that the girl that it's based on, and again, who knows? I think Vice wrote an article about this or something. There's no from this reporter, and you know how biased fucking Vice is, but from this reporter, they're saying that there was really no connection, at least in the case, or from the girl mentioned in the case, between her and Tom Ballard's group. Whereas in the movie, it seems as if he is the one who frees her.
Yeah.
Where the girl, I guess, was liberated here in New York. And when she was a little bit older and that kind of stuff. Now, that's not to say that like a movie about sex trafficking shouldn't be made and it can bring awareness. But maybe when you go based on a true story and there's a lot of separation between the true story, you know, you're creating an opportunity for people to be critical.
Yeah.
That's not to say that it's a justifiable criticism, but I'm sure in his position, he's like, well, we just want to shine light in the best way possible to this horrific thing that happens. So we might have changed some details, but the point is that people know that this kind of stuff happens all the time and we have to put a stop to it. You know, whereas the detractors are going to say, oh, you lied about all this shit to sensationalize it so you can look more like a hero. And it's a weird position to be anti a movie shining a light on child sex trafficking.
Yeah, I
don't know if you ever want to play that position.
I think what they're afraid of is, let's say, they're assuming this guy has QAnon beliefs and is a QAnon guy, conspiracy theorist. This lends credence to that conspiracy theory, so even if this is okay, there will be more QAnon conspiracy
gateway
theory movies made because this is successful. Yeah, I guess.
Like a gateway drug?
I guess, but like, even beyond QAnon, if you're making conspiracy theory movies, once you get to lizard people, I think we're all going to be like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not
also
watching
like that'd be like saying Me Too is a gateway to like Hollywood, like anti-Semitic lizard people conspiracies. Like, oh, like Hollywood is controlled by a group
Make
of people
that connection because I like it.
I'm just saying, like, oh, Hollywood's controlled by like a group of people that are trying to exploit the people that are within it, specifically women, to like degrade them in order to give them roles, and that they're not actually trying to create the best art. And then could that lead someone to be like, oh, Hollywood is full of who runs Hollywood? Oh, is it Jews that run Hollywood? Oh, are they lizard? Are they evil?
Yes, you're saying it's slippery slope shit. Which I agree with.
I just don't think you could say like a movie about child sex trafficking could lead.
I agree with
Say the thing about the star, Caviezel, how he kind of...
Yeah, apparently, I'd have to look up his exact quote, but apparently he was at like a talk or a conference, it was like a Comic-Con type thing, and he was mentioning that the director couldn't be there because he was like, he was basically like off fighting the good fight, trying to like stop pedophiles, something like that. And they're trying to stop the pedophiles from using adrenochrome, which adrenochrome is like a big like buzzword within like the conspiracy sex trafficking community, that they're basically like terrifying children and trying to like drink their blood in order to like get some type of positive effect from it. So he like used that word specifically, which I think is like now feeding into the people that are interested in that.
And is that the only thing that he said? He said some kind of kooky shit.
He's had a history of some, yes.
Yeah, he's had some things, but I think specifically related to the movie, it was that quote.
Yeah. But so he did the movie with...
We did Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ.
He's Jesus, apparently.
Yeah, he is Jesus.
Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't see it.
JC. Oh, you didn't see it?
You didn't see Passion of the Christ?
I saw that with Dove. Yeah, when we were in Santa Barbara, I was crying, bawling, crying. We had the movie.
And what did Dove do?
He's trying to make this work, but I think I could just
slipped out
take...
of there real quick.
Oh, really? He felt a little
And
guilty.
he cleans and I go here.
I was like young when it came out. I was young when it came out, and then I just never got around.
It's not Catholic.
It's not Catholic. Yeah. Actually, no, I think it is super Catholic.
I didn't realize that the Catholics were real, just like a phony religion. Like it was just like a phony.
I think this is going to be fun.
It's like
church
phony nonsense version of Christianity.
Please explain.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the real Christians are the Orthodox Christians, right?
Okay, that makes sense.
Why that?
Orthodox, it just says it in the name, you know what I mean?
Well, the first church built by the Roman Empire was... Do you know?
Are you serious? Like, that's really
The
what
name
you're
of the
doing?
church, the city where it was built.
Catholics are up, bro. Sound of Freedom out this weekend.
He
Come
just
on,
won
people.
off nothing.
No, I'm asking you a question. Do you guys know which one it was?
No, are you
Not
asking?
you guys don't know, but he should know. This is a person who's familiar with religion
Yeah,
and
you
familiar
should-
with his
you
God.
should.
You should know the first church built
Hey,
by
it's hard knowing
the
specific
empire
shit,
that
bruh.
spread the
They don't
religion.
get that. They got nothing.
All right, I'm back on.
That's what I'm saying. Like you would think you would know the first church built, right? By, I mean, the empire that spread the religion around the world, right? Like,
Yeah.
what is it?
But was that the first church that was built after Christ died?
No, of course not. But those weren't really churches that were built, right? They were doing it in like caves and shit. They were
Church, a
hiding.
collection of people, bro.
100%, 100%. So when it becomes valid, when it becomes real, when it becomes official by my man Constantine, where was it? Obviously, Constantinople, Hagia Sophia, the first church, Orthodox church.
Became Orthodox after the schism.
No,
Yes.
you guys became Catholic after the schism. They were always Orthodox.
That's what they would say.
Ooh.
That's what they would say.
Ooh.
They became Orthodox, bro.
Ooh. You know what falls apart almost immediately?
What?
That Western part of the Roman Empire, that Catholic part. You know what stuck around for another 1,000 years? That Orthodox Christianity. You know what's still around that area right now? That Orthodox Christianity. Didn't change their dates, didn't move that shit around.
And who
like
runs
these
Constantinople,
goofies.
bro? Who runs it?
God.
Muslims.
God.
Got taken over by Muslims, bro.
Honestly,
Look at you, Western
real
Europe.
recognize real. They ain't take over Rome. You know what I'm saying?
They
They're
get.
like,
I'm saying, Orthodox gave into the